know this name. Christopher Landon. He's not a name that's synonymous with film architect, but that's what he is. He's an architect of the film production. I don't know. How much did this movie cost? We're talking drop 2025 today. It cost $11 million. And we have something. We have the emergence of a star. And it brings us all the way back to It Ends With Us, where I believe that lawsuit was dropped. Ha! Brandon Tyler Feekins. BTF. This movie also stars, and she's fantastic, Meghann Fahy is in this movie. This is we'll just call it a $10 million movie. It's a single room thriller, and it's awesome. And it uses technology. When I say uses technology to show technology. So I want to explain that. It's a film buff podcast. We're hanging out. We're talking thrillers. We're talking drop. I wasn't even sure what the title of this movie meant. And once I realized it, I just said to myself, I said, wow, very cool. Guys, let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take 1.
Action!
So here's the thing. And guys, welcome back. Peter A. DeLuca here. We're past 1,000 episodes. Who cares? We're not counting. We just keep going. I say 1,000 just because if you're new, I want you to know we do film. We do one movie, one film per episode. Sometimes we do streaming. Weekends we do animation. We're rolling in documentaries soon on the weekends. We gotta get some of the education into this. So this is a Jason Blum movie. It's also a Brad Fuller movie. It's also a Michael Bay movie. Directed by Christopher Landon, who uses technology to show technology. What the hell do I mean by that? What is this? There's times in this movie where we're showing how a phone works. Modern GUI, UX, UI design, functionality, proximity, sharing. It rolls all these things in. I don't know why Apple does not fund and sponsor these movies. I don't know. Apple should have an open portal where if you're these guys and you're coming from Blumhouse Productions and Platinum Dunes, that's Jason Blumhouse and Michael Bay's company, that you can let Apple know you want to, and Apple just says yes, like use our logos, use our phones, because this is Apple technology. It's weird not seeing the Apple logo on things. Apple should do everything it can to embed into the culture. I know, Pete, you're saying, well, aren't they already? No, they can go further, higher, further, deeper, or deeper. So, Christopher Landon here. We have a use of technology, and we're using modern day filmmaking, and we don't even know if this restaurant that this girl's in, is it a set? Is it a green screen? It's awesome, and we know it's this movie shot in. It's not even a warehouse. It's like a section of a studio warehouse, and they don't need a lot to get this idea off the starting line. And what's the hook? This girl goes on somewhat on a blind date, and she gets airdropped instructions to kill her date. And if she doesn't, they have a assassin in her house with the babysitter and her son. They will die if this girl doesn't follow these directions. And it's so Hitchcockian, and this is such a writer's movie, because we have this turn. Like this girl's she needs to save her family. She will slowly turn the tables, and the movie ends. The movie ends with her racing, right? Racing to her home. She fights off the assassin, and some of this involves her recently deceased husband. We get that in the opening shots of this movie. And I said to myself, because we see these girls get roughed up a little bit, if they're not, like, if their faces aren't leaking blood, it's going to take me out of this movie a little bit. Because the violence in this, it's, I would say, like, it's movie level violence, but it's a little bit heightened, meaning camera angle, noises, right? Like, the violence is heightened. But both of these girls have bloodied faces, her and the babysitter, at the end of this movie. And we have a resolution, and we're done. This movie is awesome. This movie is fantastic. This movie is thrilling. Christopher Landon, he's been involved with a lot of movies that we talk about here on the podcast. He's one of the writers behind. I mean, we have to give him credit. He's the story architect of Paranormal Activity. If you know anything about Paranormal Activity, you are aware to how those movies slowly bleed out a mythology. Viral, Happy Death Day to You, Freaky. So we have Viral, Happy Death Day, and Freaky. Excuse me. And I did those for this podcast. I believe maybe Freaky is recorded, never released. Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, that's been on the list. My Best Friend's Exorcism, sure, he's in the producer credit for that, but we loved that movie here at the Film Buff. We have a Ghost, I'm familiar, have not seen that. Time Cut, producer for this one. What a cool, sleek movie. And then 2 movies this year, Hard Eyes and Drop. The cool thing is, for Drop, he's not the writer, he's not the producer. Christopher came in as director, meaning he knew how to bring this thing to life. In my view, this guy is one of the modern day film architects, just from his filmography alone. To me, it means nothing. It really means nothing. Like, he's also the writer behind Disturbia. Another Day in Paradise, directed by Larry Clark. That's been 1998. That's been on my list for a while. I mean, his career really became a regular stream with Paranormal Activity too, and that enabled him to continue working. But AKAPAD, I do nothing but recommend this movie. You might say what you want from the dialogue, and if it feels hokey at times, but I feel like that's intentional, that's designed. I think there's things that these people know as of, kind of like how to make a film be a little bit more broad. And I think there's parts of this that feel like a Hallmark movie, but I'm not talking down on that. Hallmark has a method, like kind of like the Gilmore Girls. There's a speed to the speech, there's a rhythm to some of the scenes, and you kind of you cut, you print, you move on type stuff. But what an incredible movie. I enjoyed this one a lot. I thought it was awesome. I do view it as this is, I think, the coming out piece of a potential DC Universe, MCU, or Star Wars actor with with our boy Brandon Tyler Feekins. Meghann Fahy deserves again a ton of credit. She is essentially a girl thrown into an action movie, especially at the end. But it's a big chunk of this movie too. It's a chess game, and it is fun to watch. It's fun to watch unfold. This is the intent of a lot of movies. Sit down and get entertained. All right, AKAPADers, I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.